Hey everyone, it's Christine with Momspiration 412, founder of EduPlay Learning. And we are back with the Christine Furman Show. And I am your host, Christine Furman. So thank you all so much for being with us today. What we're going to do today is we are going to talk about how do you do it all? So it is a question that I've often got asked multiple times over and over. And I am going to share with you today a few of the tips and tricks that I use in my family and in my home and in my personal life that allow me to do a lot of things. And I don't say that I do it all, right? I do a lot of events, I do a lot of meetups, I meet up with a lot of friends and family, and I still have time to spend quality time with my family while homeschooling my children while also running a business. So, I'm going to share with you a few of those tips and tricks that may help you in your family. But before we get started on that, I first want to share with you a little bit about myself. If you don't know who I am, maybe you've seen me on social media, maybe you have followed me or seen a few of my stories and see that, this past year I've been to DC, I've been to Vegas, I go to Pittsburgh multiple times throughout the year while I still homeschool my children, while still running an education based business, and I still have plenty of time to spend that quality time. So, how do I do it? Well, I am an educator with experience in the special education and elementary public school setting. So, I did that for over 10 years and then had the opportunity to start a business and then start educating my kids. And the business started in Pittsburgh. It was a Pittsburgh based business and it was built to connect families. I was hearing so many families saying how they were looking for mom friends, especially moms, of course, but families also looking for resources. And how do we get connected after we have kids? Because it is so difficult. We may not be out there. We go and do our job and we come home and we're exhausted and we just do it again over and over again. So how do we get connected? How do we build that community as a family, as a mom, as a dad, and for our children? So with all of that in mind and with my background, I started the Momspiration 412 group in Pittsburgh. It was based in Pittsburgh. That's why it is 412. But during the pandemic over 2020, it grew worldwide. So you are in this group, and I would love to know where you are coming from. So we have moms from all over the world in this group. So we have a lot of Pittsburgh based, we have a lot of Augusta based now, Georgia. That's where we relocated to. We also have moms from Australia and British Columbia and California and Virginia and Florida and all over. So I would love to know in the comments if you're watching live or if you're catching the replay. Just let us know where you're from. Let us know where in the world you are and how do you do it all? Do you have a routine that helps you to run your day a little bit smoother? I would love to know in the comments, what are some of the things that you do specifically, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for your family? How do you help run your family and your day a little bit smoother? So, as I started this Pittsburgh-based group, I then used my education background to start creating and developing a curriculum. So, this curriculum is a hands on curriculum for children right now based 2 to 7, but now it is at the time 2 to 7. But now it is turned into a customized learning activity plan. And it is able to now service children of all ages and abilities because we are able to work together and create that customized plan for your family. And this is all going to tie in here because we know that no two families are the same, and we also know that no two children are the same. So, this is really a great opportunity for families to find ways to create a schedule and a routine that is perfect for their family. So, whenever all of that, all of the pandemic happened and everything happened, we stopped our live events. We switched everything virtually, as most and all businesses did. And it has been absolutely amazing. So now what we're doing is we are helping families with education virtually. And this is all leading into how do we do it all, right? Because creating a curriculum, coming up with activities for our kids, making sure that we have enough energy for our kids, making sure that we're able to get our work done, whether it is housework, whether it is a job or a career that we have. How, as moms, are we able to do it all? And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a few things with you. So, again, like I want to say, all families are uniquely perfect. I love that. I said it to one of my students and one of the parents, and they said, "Wow, uniquely perfect." I love that, and that is now something that I love to share because everyone has a different story. And I saw that firsthand when I was teaching in the life skills special education, because I was seeing that all situations were so different. But in the end, you're just trying to do the best that you can for your children. And in my case, it was the children that I was teaching at the time. So we're just trying to find a routine and a schedule that best your uniquely perfect family. And again, no two children are the same. So the things that work for my family may not work for your family. But hopefully, you'll be able to take a few of these suggestions and ideas and tweak them in a way that you're able to use them for your family. So, the first thing that I want to share with you is what I do. What do I do to help me in the morning and to help, kind of get myself grounded? Is I wake up a couple hours before the kids do. Now, you don't have to wake up a couple hours before the kids do. Maybe you just need to wake up 5 minutes before the kids do. But think about this. If you're waking up when the kids wake up and the kids are right in your face, because this has happened to me, on those occasions that I oversleep or my alarm doesn't go off or whatever it is, the kids are right there ready. And you have to be on and ready to go. So, what if you did this? What if you gave yourself 5, 10, 30 minutes before all the noise in the house happened? And what if you gave yourself that opportunity to wake up and have a hot cup of coffee, a cup of tea, time to pray or read your devotions or meditate? These are all things that I do. I enjoy that time. And like I said, mine's about 2 hours before the kids wake up. And the reason I do that, though, is because I also am able to accomplish some tasks that need to be accomplished before I hit the ground running with the day, right? Or finish up any schooling things that need to be done before I hit the ground running. So, some of the things that I love to do, I wake up and I do my prayers, my meditation, my devotion, as well as some stretches. And it really helps to get my brain moving and really awaken all parts of me. And some of the stretches are just very basic and very easy. Actually, Aubrey Warwick, to Stephen, she is the one that I do a lot of her stretches in the morning. She's a fitness coach and just love her so much. So if you are looking for any kind of fit activities or routines, she is definitely one that I suggest. But it's just, like I said, just a great way to wake up our bodies in the morning. And it's not very long. It's like 5 minutes. Okay. My devotion, my prayer is like 5 minutes. Like, I am not spending a ton of time on this right now. And then I am able to get into some of the tasks, and I make a list, I make a checklist, I make a calendar, I plan everything out. And again, that may not be the perfect situation for you and your family, but think about, what is one thing that I can plan out? Or what is one thing that I can give 5 minutes to in the morning that will allow my body to wake up? Is it maybe just doing a few yoga poses? Maybe it's just doing a few stretches. Maybe it's just waking up and reading. and having your cup of coffee or your tea or whatever your morning drink may be. So those are a few things that have helped me to get moving in the morning. Also, then whenever my kids do wake up, I am excited to greet them and allow the morning energy to kind of flow into them. So this is something that I've always done, but then my dear friend Joanne mentioned this in her book, The Passport to Parenting. Yes, like this is what I do. Like, be excited, when your kids wake up, or when I go in their room, I'm like, wake up, good morning, and it's a great day, because the energy that you bring is just going to shine and rub off on them. Now, that's not always the case. I mean, my son is a little more cranky in the morning sometimes. He's always been that way. He would wake up and he would just cry. Like, I'm like, you just rested for 8 some hours, right? So this is, again, one of those things that may be great, and your kids may just want to have that quiet time. So it all depends on your kids. And of course, I know like the moods of my children, some days I can be bouncy, and then other days I just want to embrace them and give them a hug. So allowing them to kind of gather your energy as well for the morning, and, start your morning off on the right foot. And the other thing then I do in the morning, and this works for my routine and for my schedule with eating and everything, is I work out in the morning. So if you guys are hopping on, when do you guys work out? If you work out, do you work out in the morning? Is that the best time for you? Do you maybe work out in the evening? Even when I was working full time, I would get up, around 5:30, and I would get the workout in. Because for me, once I have that shower, I don't want to go back and do my workout. So get the workout in, I take my shower, and then I tackle the rest of my day. So, and the bonus about that for me is doing that workout gives me so much energy that really helps propel me throughout the whole day. And I'm not a huge coffee drinker. So for me to have all this energy and be excited and energetic, I'm gonna contribute it to some of my exercise and everything like that. But in my water, I drink a lot of water as well. But that allows me just to have the energy throughout the day. And I've noticed that for sure. Like if I've taken a week off due to a lot of things coming up, that's exercising that I'm speaking of. If I take some time off from it, I can tell that my body is just tired. It's more tired. It's not as energetic. It's just kind of cranky even. And I get like my patience is thin. So my workouts, work twofold for me. It helps to build that energy and that excitement throughout the day, but then it also helps me to have that patience for my family as well. And the other thing with working out at a young, showing my children, I work out whenever they wake up, and it allows them to see how you can take care of your body at a very young age. Ella this morning grabbed the 3-pound weights, and she did the entire workout with me. Now, was it all correct? No, but it was to the best of her ability. And that's all that we want. We just want to do things to the best of our ability, whether it's us personally or whether it's our family. We're just encouraging them to do the best that they can. So it really just makes me so happy and proud that when I do my workouts, the kids are watching me and they want to join in. They want to exercise their body. And that's very important to me. So I do love that. And it's a great time to bond as well. Ella and I we were bonding and we were chatting, high-fiving and encouraging each other while we were doing our workout today. And it's just so cool to see that bond and that relationship blossom. And some of you may be wondering, like, how do I do all of this? Well, also, I homeschool the children. I homeschool my own kids, and it allows us to have a little more time in the morning, which I absolutely love. So if you guys are wondering about that, that is what I do. I do homeschool my kids. And then the other thing is, I'll give you a couple more things, is checklists and calendars. If you look on my desk right over here, I have about 4 to 5 different calendars. And I always thought that was so crazy. But let me share this with you. You have to find a system that works for you. I feel like I just this week have found what works best for me. And it's not for lack of trying. I've tried all different planners. I have tried online calendar. I have tried on my phone. I have tried digital. I've tried paper. I found out that I am a paper pencil kind of planner. I like to write things down. It helps me to remember things. And also, I love to visually see it all laid out here on my desk. And I also, I'll share this with you guys real quick. I also color code things. So it gives me the opportunity then also to break up the schedule and visually see, okay, well, this chunk of my day is going to be for this. This chunk of my day is going to be for, the kids and their homeschool and their education. And this chunk is where I have for my work. And then this is for my personal time or family time. So I break up my day because that is really what helps me to get through the day, those small little chunks. And again, whatever works best for your family. If you're working 8 hours, what is the time in the morning that you have? Can you break up those 2 hours before you go to work and set some intentional time with your family? Or what about in the evening? Like in the evening here, we do all the things. We do the homeschooling, I do the business tasks. My husband works full time. But at the end of the day, there comes Alex. Hi, buddy.
I need tape.
You need tape?
We are wrapping a gift.
Are you?
For Kate.
I love it. Go ahead and grab the tape. I got a little visitor. Can you say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Hi.
I'll have a little bit.
You'll take a little bit. All right. Make sure you don't waste it. All right. And this is real. This is real how it is every day. We just kind of have our boundaries in our space and know, the kids know when it's their time to stay focused and it's my time to put my phone away. And I know, and they also know when it's my time to work, it's their time to find some things quietly to do. And I have to share with you that doesn't all happen overnight. That's a whole another session that we can have a discussion about is how do your kids find activities to do? That's a whole nother thing. But it's really just about, figuring out what works for your family. Is it, this is what I was going to say. In the evening, we eat dinner after my husband comes home and sometimes late, sometimes it's 6. Right now it's like 7. But we do eat dinner together. And then depending on the time, we have some family time. And during that time, we are either outside and playing a game, or we're playing a board game, or we're just building that family unit up. So that's very, very important to us. And then, if my husband and I have some time after the kids go to bed, or sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're just so exhausted that we just have to call it a night. So like I said, it all is what's best for your family. And every given day is going to be different. My days are not 100% perfect. It doesn't happen the same exact way every day. We do things at a different way, different days. So, and I think that too is also what has helped our family to know that, yeah, you have to have routine and schedule, but you also have to know that some days things are going to be different and they're okay with that. Like today, instead of jumping right into our schoolwork, we had a little bit of cleaning up to do. And this is my 4th point here is that everyone helps, because as a homeschooling family, as a business owner, as my husband that works, crazy hours and is super busy right now, we all have to pitch in and do our part. So my husband is super helpful, which is a blessing when he is home and not working, super crazy. But when he's not, like today, the kids were here helping me. So they were helping do the laundry. They were helping do the bathrooms and taking the trash out. And they were given roles to do. And that has really been something that has also been learned, that we have been working on for a long time, and has really, really been, it really has been an amazing thing to see, building their independence, building their responsibility, and really allowing them to be a part of the family and not me feeling like it's all on me, which is huge. It's huge. So today I'll give you a little secret. Um, we were folding laundry and we turned on a safari show because that's what we're learning about in school. So two things are getting done at one time. And we're folding laundry. So number one, we're working together to get a task done, but we're also having a show on that they were able to learn about what we've been talking about in school. And now Alex, he kept getting distracted and maybe they folded the socks, and that was about it. But that was okay. We were all together. They were learning and I was able to accomplish a task without them going all through the house and making an even bigger mess that I'm going to have to go back through and clean up. So I'm hoping some of these routines or these ideas are helping you to start building a routine for you and your family. If they are, I would love you to drop some emojis in the comments, share some hearts, let us know. And if you are interested in more, please make sure you reach out. So the last thing that I'm going to share with you is just making it, any time that we have fun, the time just seems to go by so much faster. So if you make things into a game, and this is the essence of everything that I do with EduPlay Learning, is everything is turned into a game. And it is, and of course it's age appropriate. Your 15-year-old's not going to want to play Simon Says or whatever, while you're doing something, but they're still going to have fun. So setting a timer is a great way. Or, how many can you do before I do? How many socks can you fold before I fold my socks? Or, how quickly can you wipe down the counter? Or can you feed the dog? Like they have their responsibilities and their things that need to do, and we do it in a fun way. Now, I also have to say, full disclosure here, not every day is perfect. Not every day is sunshine and rainbows, and they're not, we all have our days or moments. We try not to make it a whole day, but we do have those moments where Alex doesn't want to feed the dog, and he's like, well, why? Why do I have to feed the dog? I don't want to do it. I did it the other day. And, so that just leads into a great opportunity to have conversation. And that's what we do. So, we really try to discuss, well, you have to feed her, because if you don't feed her, then she's going to get hungry and she doesn't have fingers and hands, so she can't get her own food. So it's really allowing your kids to kind of see, well, why did they do these things? Why do we have to feed the dog? Or why do we have to do certain things? So not only are you including them into those things that you need to get done, those tasks that need to get done, but you're also explaining to them why these tasks need to get done. Well, why do I need to fold all this laundry? Well, if we don't fold the towels, then how are we going to get a towel? You can just explain it and make it fun and make a game out of it. So I hope that these were helpful for you. I want to share with you guys something. If you would like more of this, more tips and tricks, I have so many more things coming for you guys. So next week, I will be sharing, as long as there is some interest, we are going to be sharing a little training for you guys. So you guys are the first to hear about this. And it's all going to start with a complimentary live St. Patrick's Day event. So next Thursday, you're going to have an exclusive Christine Furman Show where I'm going to bring those kiddos back in and we're going to do a craft together. And I want to invite you and your kids to join us as well. So just stay tuned, because I have so many great things coming for you guys. But I would love to know in the comments, what are some of the ways that you can start, making a routine for your family? How can you start, making things go a little more easy in your family? And if you're just wondering, like, I don't even know where to start, just drop an emoji or reach out to me in Messenger, and I would be happy to have a conversation with you about how we can start and create a routine for your uniquely perfect family. I hope you guys have a great day, and I am just sending you guys so much love, hugs, happiness, and health, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.